Are there any questions on any of those?
No, sir.
Nope.
Then I would entertain a motion to accept all of these.
Motion.
Ron made the motion, I need a second.
Second.
Jamie seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Oh, that's really creepy. I get up in a tree.
No.
Got my faces.
We're not upside down, right?
Nope.
Oh, that'd be classy. Better back here.
Yeah.
Look, it's gonna plug.
Sorry.
All right, we have some visitors here. JENNILYNNE, you want to go ahead and present your two ordinances
Sure.
for us to consider?
Sure, thank you. So I'm here on behalf of the Area Plan Commission for two zoning ordinance amendments. The first one is Amendment A87, referring to said petition to amend the White County, Indiana zoning control ordinance. Please be advised, this petition was properly advertised by the White County Area Plan Commission. This petition was heard in a public hearing on January 12th, 2026 by the Area Plan Commission. This petition was voted upon by the Area Plan Commission at that same meeting. The Area Plan Commission voted to recommend Amendment A87 to the legislative bodies by a vote of 10 in favor, 0 against. The purpose of this amendment is to amend the zoning districts to which an industrial waste facility may be located. Previously, they were allowed by right within the I-3 Industrial Park District as long as the parcel was abutting a railroad right-of-way. This amendment would no longer allow that to happen. The only district to which it would be allowed still with special exception use approval would be heavy industrial I-2, but again, it would have to have special exception use approval through the BZA. That is the only change that's been made. I'd be happy to answer any questions should you have any.
Anybody have any questions on this for JENNILYNNE? Then I would entertain a motion to accept or reject or table or whatever on this ordinance 87.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I have a motion to accept. I have a second.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
Thank you. The second one is Amendment A88, referring to said petition to amend the White County, Indiana zoning control ordinance. Please be advised, this petition was properly advertised by the White County Area Plan Commission. This petition was heard in a public hearing on January 12th, 2026 by the Area Plan Commission. This petition was voted upon by the Area Plan Commission at that same meeting. The Area Plan Commission voted to recommend Amendment A88 to the legislative bodies by a vote of 10 in favor, 0 against. Amendment A88 is a proposal to amend the current standards for light and heavy industrial parking lot surface standards if they're located outside of a municipality. Due to recurring variances, the task force met about this topic and decided to propose to the Area Plan Commission that unless located within a municipality or the limits of Buffalo and Idaville, any uses within the I-1 light industrial and I-2 heavy industrial districts would be exempt from the parking lot surface standard as previously prescribed. That surface standard includes 8 inches of aggregate material and 4 inches of surface material. With that being said, within those zoning districts, if they were to put in a new or planned driveway within the unincorporated areas of the county, they would still have to provide an asphalt or concrete surface from the hard surface of a roadway extending 20 feet into the property to hopefully prevent any sort of gravel spillover from taking place onto the county road. Again, this is unincorporated areas only. Town of Monon would, any I-1 or I-2 would still have to comply with the surface standards.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
then I would entertain a motion to accept, deny, or table this ordinance amendment.
Make a motion.
Jamie made a motion to accept. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Jenny-Lynn, I just have one copy of 88. Should I have two?
Yeah, I just didn't give it to you. Did I only give you one of 87 also?
No, I have two of those.
Okay.
Do I need to sign both?
Well, you'll want to keep one for your record, probably. This one that was edited because it had a typo.
Okay, this, you can have these.
Okay.
And I'll give this to Annette. Okay, the next is Emily and Edwin's here from KYBURZ, and they're gonna talk about our situation with the old fertilizer plant, where we stand and what we need to do with that. So,
Okay,
floor is yours.
perfect. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Emily Albaugh. I know I've seen some of you, but to some, these are all new faces. So Edwin and I, you all probably know, we have flipped positions. So I am our executive director, and he is our wonderful community development planner now. So still happy to have him on, so he can still work on some awesome community projects. So we are here today to talk brownfields. I know we completed a phase 1 on that property, and we were or are pursuing some additional assessments on that property at the time. The phase 1 did suggest some additional sampling. So we are working with Indiana Brownfields again to complete an application and submit. Hopefully, they are still kind of evaluating their funding from last year to see kind of how much they're still available to do additional assessments currently. So we are submitting the paperwork, and keep your fingers and toes crossed that we can hopefully get this in. And this is going to do a phase 2 assessment. So it's going to dig a little bit deeper and get some additional samples. If there is cleanup that's necessary, then that would assist with some of the cleanup measures also. And the reason why we're wanting to go this way is that is funded by the Indiana Brownfields program. So again, that is a grant opportunity at no cost to the town, but we want to be able to do that in order for the town to potentially apply for an OCRA, which is an Office of Community Rural Affairs blight clearance project grant. So we want to be able to get all of that yucky stuff out of the building, because if not, it adds additional cleanup cost on your clearance grant. So we want to be able to pull all of that stuff out using this other funding source at no cost to you guys, so that it keeps your project for blight clearance in an affordable way. It also lessens the chance for federal prevailing wage on that job by removing any contaminated material. So ultimately, we want to be able to keep that project as manageable as possible, because on that blight clearance project, there is a local match commitment. But we're taking this kind of step by step. So we are not acquiring that property just yet, as we want to be able to utilize any type of that acquisition cost as your local match package. But what's also great is we can use these assessments also as part of your local match, because we can use state grants as part of your matching package now. So we're trying to get the best financially responsible, financially best suited project for you. Now, does that mean that you may not have to have cash in it? No. It just means that it lessens that the opportunity. So we are working through all the logistics. Jim has been a great help in this, and just keeping the lines of communication open for that property owner. But we'll be working with Rebecca on those acquisition documents and everything. So is there anything else? Can you think of anything else?
No, I mean, there is a reminder that if you do go with the blight clearance grant, that it has to stay vacant for at least 5 years after the project closes. Or you have,
With an exception.
but yeah, unless there is a eligible activity that goes on with them.
Which is housing, which I've already taken care of.
We have that option available.
No, it's not an option.
So that's just kind of where we are with that. So we just wanted to be able to provide you an update. We will be, completing that application to Indiana Brownfields. And I believe, Ken, it may require your signature on
Okay.
it. I haven't got that far into it yet. I was hoping to look at it today and doctor's appointments and everything for kiddos, so.
I can be available anytime,
Okay.
come up to your office, sign,
Perfect.
just let me know.
Okay, perfect,
Edwin
we
knows
will.
how to get ahold of me.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so if you have any questions, we're happy to take any questions, or you know how to get a hold of both of us, so.
Anybody have any questions? I think we just need to keep pushing forward
Yeah.
with this and not delay anything.
I will have an estimate on tearing it down by the end of the week.
Perfect. Perfect.
Anybody else have any questions for him?
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna come back to the visitors here, but I'm gonna let Commonwealth go on new business. If you wanna leave when you're done, you're fine.
Okay, thank you. Not too much to report other than, we have completed what is known as the Guide 5 budget, and that is a request from USDA. It's one of their forms. So we've completed that. We've sent it to Baker Tilly. They provided us comments on that. So we will be transmitting that to USDA. So that should be the final piece of the review process. So hopefully once that is reviewed here soon, then they will authorize the project to go to bid. So that's where we're at. Last piece. And then also I just want to update you on the Ready 2 funding. So I did have a conversation with Randy Strasser at White County Economic Development. He has submitted all the requested documents that IEDC wanted. And so now we're just waiting on IEDC's final approval. So once that does happen, Randy is planning to kind of schedule a meeting. I think Annette, Ken, you may have seen that, with Julie Berry. She's the Lafayette Commerce, like the grant person. So she will, and then I'll be part of that meeting too, so we can understand how the process is with awarding those funds and reimbursement. So hopefully that'll be soon as well.
Okay.
Hopefully this all comes together.
Could you include me in that?
Okay.
Because I don't think I haven't gotten some of those emails and I'd like to
Okay.
make sure I know it's.
Okay. Sure, yes, can do that. So, yeah.
Anybody have any questions for Gabrielle?
All right,
Forward.
thank you.
All right, I'll come back. So anybody, any of the visitors here have any comments or questions they want to bring up at this time?
I only have questions on that contract with Standish, and you haven't got to that yet.
Nope, but we're going to. Standish contract. We've been over this last meeting and everybody kind of, I think, had their own little opinions on it, which was great. And I asked everyone to take it home, study it. If there's anything you wanted changed, let's do it now. The only thing I asked Rebecca was, is there any way that we could have him be on site? I know we put in here, come to a meeting every quarter, but could he be down at the plant at least once a month? Just to check things out or, text, emails, they go a long way, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to check in face to face. And that's the only thing I really would say on this.
Thank you, Ken, because that's exactly what I was gonna ask, because you asked the fire department to be here for questions. You asked Roger to be here to answer questions about different things. He doesn't always have all the answers to the particulars of the plant, so they should be here. We're paying them to take care of that stuff. They should be here at least quarterly to answer your questions and take care of stuff. And that was one of my questions. The other question was, since we have a water department certified person, is there any way at some point, if we decide we want to go ahead and make her the operator, that we can do that without conflicting with that contract? Because currently she's not wastewater certified yet, although she's working on it. And, down the road, it's not far off. And I just wanted to know if there was a way to facilitate that.
Once we sign this contract, it's for a year. We're locked in for a year.
Well,
As soon as we get a person that's licensed, we're not gonna sign this contract no more. I mean, when Tracy gets wastewater certified, then we don't need Standish out. But until then,
is that the only part he has to do, or is he water too? Because she's certified for water. I mean, it's a two-part thing, and I just.
She is, but I think it's. in
I know you feel
everybody's
better to
best
have somebody oversee it. I understand that.
For at least a year. I think that's fair for Tracy. That way, she's got more guidance and stuff for at least another year.
I was just trying to feel out where we were with that, because she is dedicated to doing that training and whatever, and why block a way to eliminate an extra expense? That's just my thought.
Diane,
Why does our water smell and taste like bleach?
I have not had that smell or that taste in my
It
house
has been
forever.
constant for at least a week. It is very bad.
We'll do a sample down in your area to see, we haven't had, because I used to complain about that at my house all the time. Smelled like you were coming out of the swimming pool.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No, we'll come down and take a sample and we'll check the chlorine level down in your area.
And yours too? You said it-
Just in the shower, but I don't drink the water.
I don't drink the water either, it smells like that.
okay, anybody else have any comments on this contract with Dustin?
I like your once a quarter thing, Kenny. That's the only thing that I thought of. I'd like to see just a little more hands-on,
Yeah,
but I think we're in pretty good hands and we need to keep him in both wastewater, water for another year at least.
yeah, once we sign
Let's get our
this.
feet on the ground so we can run and not
Yeah.
spin. I hate like hell to get him out there and then have to come back and say, hey, I got the price to go up.
Well, we're gonna have him on this wastewater for a year, and it's tied in with it, so.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be 3 or 4 for the wastewater.
Huh?
It's 3 or 4 for the wastewater.
Till the project's done. Probably have it.
Yeah, and we can separate that next
Yeah.
year, right?
Yeah,
Next year, we can just
yeah.
do it as wastewater, and adjust the price and whatever we need to for that, so this is just the right step 1 year, so. And the once a quarter for him coming is already in the one that you have, but I can add a once a month that he comes on site to the plant, so if we wanna add that. I can add both and then bring with me next meeting. Well, actually, if you want to approve that ahead of time, then, because it just needs your, we can just do it with your signature and Standish's signature, so that would be fine
I would make a motion to go ahead and accept this contract then,
with those additions.
with those additions.
And,
I agree.
and I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
You opposed? Gotta watch you. Rebel.
You, Sam,
I know your mom.
sign this.
Yeah. So I'll send it to Dustin first, and then
Yeah. I'd
Once
rather
he's
water
signed, I'll
out
bring it
out
up
of
to
the Offset
I'll
pump
give
action.
you the word about it right now if you don't want to.
Oh, wow.
Either way, I'll get this.
We're saying visits to the plant, not to the town.
So for both, so town meeting once a quarter, to the plant once a month.
Okay.
Okay, Roger, you're up.
Okay, from the police side of it, during the last snowstorm, we towed 5 vehicles out of the snow routes. Then after the storm, we went back, we tagged 21 vehicles that had not been moved since the storm. All those got moved except for one, and it got towed. All of our yearly reports are submitted to the academy for approval on our training and everything, that we're up to the date where we need to be there. Other than that, we did meet as departments together yesterday to form a safety committee for all the town employees. And we're working on a safety plan that'll come back to you guys, hopefully pretty quick. That'll need approved, and then we can move on with establishing that safety committee. As small as we are, we're gonna use, all the employees will have an input into it. So that's where we're at. The street side of it, the pump I talked about, getting one to have on standby. It's no longer a standby. The other day I got a call from Dustin and everything. We had one of the clarifier pumps go down. So we used the emergency clause of the purchasing, and we purchased that pump. It's $14,721. So we're looking at 3 to 4 weeks out before it gets there. So it's ordered. And you guys was emailed kind of a rundown of the other stuff. I don't think we need to go through that, but I am going to highlight on this. In 2023 was our last inspection by IDEM on our water plant. When she left, and it's the same person doing it still today, Sarah, when she left, we received a 21-page report of things that needed to be corrected, and a lot of them were major items. We, on the 27th, had that same inspection. We have 2 pages of 12 minor violations.
I was getting ready to say.
They've all been corrected except for 4. And we'll have those wrapped up in next week, hopefully. So very proud. The whole team did a very good job of getting that place ready and stuff. So we'll move on to that. We picked up the bucket truck from Lightstream. We've got it decaled. We've set one side of that utility truck up for the streetscape stuff. The rest of it is set up as a second service truck with anything we need to do out in the town as far as water. The other bucket truck we've sold to Reynolds for a cash value, plus they're also shipping us the rest of their meters that they're not using. So we come out pretty good on that, and then it helps them out. But that's pretty well where we're at, and just moving forward. Paperwork's all signed, and once we get the okay and stuff, then Tracy will be able to test for the sewage part of it. So
Yeah, we sent our application in.
yeah, application's all done.
Yep.
But we'll start doing this, and then we'll just email this to you guys ahead of time. Then if you have any questions for the meeting, that it kind of gives you a rundown of everything that's been going on. We did put a new computer in at the water plant. One of the things that we'll probably have to start talking about before long is setting down with Bowser IT on cybersecurity, because that's one thing that was discussed, is they haven't made it mandatory yet, but it's coming, and they're already hiring companies to do the probes to see if they can get into your computer systems and stuff. So, and then talking about maybe some cloud storage backup stuff. So that's where we're at.
Has Reynolds taken possession of the truck? We got the
Truck.
money.
The truck is down there, yes.
Okay. Did you get the,
Did they come get the title?
no,
They gave you the money, but didn't get the
But
title.
they sent it in the mail.
I'll get a hold of Bob tomorrow.
I'm like, I still
Yeah, they
have
need the
the title.
title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I received that,
I don't know
so
what you're talking about.
I already filled it out. So. I just wanted to let you guys all know, as you can see, we have this mountain now, our owl. And Four Brothers Construction, they donated their time and labor and materials to install that for us. So, not sitting on the table anymore.
They gotta fix that.
Well, that's my fault. I didn't order a cord long enough, so next month. Next month. But yeah, that was me. It wasn't quite long enough. So,
Tape measure.
one thing that I noticed on the sanitary survey that they said was, they made kind of a big deal of it, was the 54,000, so that we were over 25% in our water loss. But in 2023, when Chad Reynolds did our water loss study, we lost 54,000 gallons. So we did get better, because this time it was only 27.
Yeah, we did get better. There are some things we're going to do. This place is not metered. The fire station's not metered.
Right.
So we're working on getting meters to be able to meter. And that way, when they fill up the trucks, they don't have to keep track of how many trucks went out to fire or anything. We'll just read the meter at the end of the month. And now that we have.
Well, we won't bill them still, right? We're not planning on billing them, we're just, yeah.
Yeah,
Just give me the numbers.
that way it just.
But it's just so they know where it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, because currently this town hall, civic center, fire station,
Our town hall, the new town hall.
new town hall.
Mhm.
So we'll make sure those are metered. That way it'll cut down, be more accurate on that water loss.
The open enrollment for AIM is complete. Our current insurance has all been canceled effective of 2/28. Been working on the annual financial report, of course. And then I sent you guys the custom lawn care to see if you wanted to stay with the same services for 2026 or if you wanted to make any changes.
And
You think it's still good?
Vogel's good, yeah.
I'd say.
Well, I didn't know if they want to add anything, any treatment or,
I
No,
think once,
okay.
once we get it going, it's gonna take 2 or 3 years to get the grass where it needs to get. We've gotta still educate the people on the machines to mow it to 3.5, 4 inches. And it'll start looking good.
I think I did see this in here, the height that they
Yeah.
recommended. Yeah, I know, I see it
Yeah.
somewhere.
It's in there.
Survey's good with just keeping everything the same.
I think that's,
Everybody in favor of that?
yes, sir.
Anybody against? Passed.
Annette, we still only have just the one applicant for the park.
Yes.
So, and you had a cutoff date of when? I think we probably need to extend that.
Well, we're gonna have to, yeah. Because we've had one person call the office to ask for an application, but I haven't received it back, and then the one that brought it in.
So can we use like this, I mean, you hired the summer kids, whether they're North White kids or whoever. I mean, that's a lot of mowing. I mean, throw a kid on a mower and give the local kids a chance too.
The nice thing is I haven't had much luck with summer help, being the younger ones, kind of like coaching. And the 32 hours of someone there prevents a lot of vandalism and stuff like that. I think we really need to push to try to get somebody there, and then if they want to bring a person on like we've done in the past, and then they pay them out of there, then we do it that way. So.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking, Diane? So,
It'd be nice to just have a person that you can, that's always
Yeah.
there, you can go to them for a problem.
because especially during this May, around graduation time till October, you have all the reunions, so pretty well every Saturday, Sunday, you've got people that's gotta be down there cleaning the bathrooms, cleaning the shelters, and emptying the trash. We'll keep looking, we'll find somebody.
That was all I had.
Rebecca?
All right, two things. I sent a letter to Going On Meats and the owners there, trying to get some information about their insurance people and the wall, and I have heard nothing back from them, which is disappointing. So I will follow up and see what, Roger, do you have information about who, for anything else from the insurance company from there? Do
I
you
believe
know?
it's Indiana Farmers.
Okay, because if you had anything, I could contact the insurance company directly. I just didn't have anyone else who knew who it was. So if I know that, I'll try the insurance company instead and see if I can.
Looks
get a
like the
response.
building's being used for a garage right now.
Something, yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
Is that the number you have?
I sent a letter to them so that I had proof that I sent something to them. So I'll take that down just as a,
Next one.
Just in case.
Harold's Steakhouse up here, so I
Yeah.
could have been swamped.
all right, outside of that, I had an exchange with, Jacob with Monon Township trustee about the contract for fire services. And then he provided me the information about how much they're paying for the insurance and the trash removal. It's like the total of that is about 24,000 a year, and then obviously he gives us 10. So with that, with the expenses that we had on our sheet, we are pretty much equal. So I have the contract here at the 10,000 that we had done previously, if you guys wish to pass that.
Okay, I need a motion to accept the township and town fire agreement.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, I have a second.
Second.
I have a second, all in favor?
I,
All opposed?
I had heard that Jacob and Sean had a conversation about going back to the old way.
what old way?
Yeah, he didn't mention that to
So-
me, but
So for years, and I'm saying years, and even before me, when I was the treasurer, the contract was like maybe 2 pages long, and the township had a contract with the fire department, the town had a contract with the fire
Yes.
department. They talked about going back that way, then splitting the bills down the middle
Mhm.
type thing. I don't know whether, I heard that conversation was,
yeah, and I just talked to Jacob today, so he didn't mention that to me, but
I think this was
Maybe that's
very,
what-
very recent.
yeah, so maybe it's something they're looking at for next year or whatever. So, but
Well, good.
that's all I have, so.
Tony?
I have nothing.
Jamie?
You already answered me. I'm just, can't express enough concern and priority on this building over here. You know, and not to mention they're using it to park cars in now. I mean, that thing's a hazard. I don't know what we can do to expedite, but that's my big thing.
Ron?
Ditto, I'm just concerned about that.
Kids playing in
That's
it.
a liability waiting to happen, and I don't want it to land here. It's just not good. And now they're even moving stuff around back there, which just scares me. You know, I would pull in there.
Now, who is that Bossing part or is that one of them?
Yeah, it's his truck.
Whose truck? Bossing's, okay.
Truck, isn't it? Yeah.
Now, with the foot traffic and the car traffic there with Harold's Steakhouse, and they've got a good business there, it needs cleaning.
Mhm.
Anything on the property in between?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be sold, but not us. With some stipulations by the current owners.
Why not us?
Someone else beat us to the punch. And it will benefit their business, so that pretty well tells you who.
Benefit Young's business?
The business that's.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, one other thing, speaking of Young's, we did have a problem at the Civic Center was a boiler. And none of the local guys could figure it out, so I had to call, Northern Mechanical, which are union people out of, Lafayette, to come up and fix it, and I'm kind of shocked that obviously whoever inspects it from Homeland Security don't do a very good job inspecting, because there was some major issues.
My understanding is that guy's with our
We,
insurance,
insurance.
boiler, yeah.
But with that building, we need to start looking at, you got 2 boilers that are gonna need replaced sooner than later. Yeah. So I can get some prices from these guys to replace it, but the 2 that's there has been underwater a couple times, and the, burners have been drilled out and stuff to get the corrosion out of them. And we had to change the fill valve was bad, the air breather, to keep the air from going into the line systems was bad. A couple other things was bad. So, but it's up, it's running, but it's definitely something we need to look at.
Anybody else have anything?
I have one thing I thought later. Rebecca, do you still have that $7,000 check outstanding?
Yeah. 7.
Yeah,
Has he-
Jacob didn't mention anything about that. I mean, but I can mention it to him. I don't, it's,
Well, I mean, wouldn't it be easier for you, you're gonna have to carry that.
yeah.
Right,
right.
Like for him to cash it, so
Yeah,
I'll remind him about that. So,
okay,
because he didn't mention it at all, so maybe he doesn't even realize where it is or what happened with it. I don't know.
okay. Yeah, I just would like to see that taken care of.
Certainly.
Anybody else?
Make a motion.
Have a motion to adjourn, have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Mhm.